For this video, I thought it'd be interesting to talk about the time that we opened for Puddle of Mudd. I've been seeing this video being passed around of them performing Nirvana's About a Girl, and yeah. Hey everyone, Nick here. I just want to give a quick thanks to everyone who has liked and commented and subscribed from our last video, the first of which I hope is regular content. I'm going to do my very best to try to give you something on a weekly basis. If for whatever reason that doesn't happen, I'll try to let you know. Just please don't hate me. Some of you have been asking about the other members in the band, whether or not they would be showing up in these videos, and the answer is yes. We were actually supposed to get together last month for a major photo shoot that we had planned, and we had rehearsals lined up for the new album that we're working on. And unfortunately, we had to cancel all of that because of the current situation that we're all in. As soon as it's safe, they will for sure be a part of the upcoming videos. Already have some ideas cooking what we can have them do and have them talk about. And so, yes, that is coming. For this video, I thought it'd be interesting to talk about the time that we opened for Puddle of Mudd. I've been seeing this video being passed around of them performing Nirvana's About a Girl, and yeah, honestly, I felt bad for him because it kind of shows me that his behavior hasn't really changed that much since we played with them. I was a big Puddle of Mudd fan growing up. You know, I was around 11, 12. That's when you really start to kind of form your own musical identity. And, you know, having limited access to different types of music and different bands, I really only knew what was being played on the radio or what was being played on Fuse or MTV or VH1. And of course, me being in middle school, you're not really actively looking for fine art. And so the first time that I'd ever heard Puddle of Mudd is actually kind of funny. I was with a friend. The first album just came out, so I think it was like 8 or 9. It was his birthday party, and we were on the way to the skating rink where he was having his party, and we were in his dad's truck, and the song Control came on. It was the first time any of us had heard it, and it got to the part, you know, where it's like, I love the way you look at me, I love the way you smack my ass, and we were just like, and we just started busting out laughing, you know, because we're, you know, 9 years old. And so the second album came out, you know, when I was about 12, and that was one of the first albums that I bought for myself. And because of that, it was actually one of the first that I appreciated from front to back, because again, at this time, you know, we didn't have Spotify, we didn't have Apple Music, we had Napster, we had Kazaa, we had Morpheus. Whenever I would try to search a band to find other music, I only downloaded songs that I thought the title sounded cool for, because I had no clue what it sounded like. So this being the first album that I really got to enjoy, I loved it. I got all into it. Nothing Left to Lose was like one of my favorite songs of 7th grade. Really though, a few other songs on that album, like Freak of the World and Cloud 9, like those are kind of cool. You know, I know that some of their songs are silly, but I mean, you know, they had some pretty fun stuff. You know, it's just like a guilty pleasure. I mean, don't we all kind of like Nickelback a little bit? Maybe. Digressing, you know, that album also was integral for my own musical growth. Actually, Away From Me was not only one of the first songs that I learned how to play, but it was one of the first songs that I jammed with someone else. So then a couple of years after that, they actually came to my hometown in, I think, 2004, and played a show with Tantric, who I also liked growing up as well. And Puddle of Mudd put on a great show. I mean, they sounded great. It sounded just like the album, and played all my favorite songs of the time. And I left that show being very inspired. Who would have thought that 10 years later, the band that I'm in would have gotten offered to open for them? So of course, you know, 13-year-old me was just like, you know, freaking out. You know, I couldn't say no. But this was around 2014. And they were having a lot of bad press around this time because of Wes's antics on stage, not showing up, being belligerent at the crowd. And I know that around that time, there was another band that had opened for them in Birmingham, I think, and they wrote like a blog post on their website about it, and it actually went viral. And a lot of the things that he wrote about of their experience opening for them was actually kind of the same experience that we had. So before the show, I reached out to the promoter, and I just wanted to ask him, like, hey man, like, have you heard about the stuff he's been doing at these shows, and aren't you, you know, guys a little bit worried about that? And he's like, no, I've been talking to their management, and everything seems to be okay. He seems to be cool now or whatever. And I was like, okay. So anyway, fast forward to the day of the show. We show up to the venue, load in. As we're loading in, the band is on stage and they're playing the songs without Wes. He was nowhere to be found. And so, we set up our stuff. We did our own little quick sound check. Went next door, got something to eat, got a drink, came back. Still no sign of him. We went up to the green room. There was no one in there. So we just waited until it was our time to play. Got up on stage. We had a really good show and left the stage feeling great about it. So then we load up our stuff, go back in the audience to watch the show. The band comes up on stage. Everyone is cheering. And then it starts. He was playing some song. He's like, I wrote this song about my ex-girlfriend and she can suck a bag of dicks. And then I swear to God, he said, suck a bag of dicks like 15 times. And of course the crowd was confused. And, vocally he wasn't performing very well. I honestly, I don't know this, but I think that he was singing along with backing tracks, and a lot of the main melody stuff the band was actually doing. The band was actually singing for him, so he was just doing a lot of the low stuff. I didn't know if maybe his vocal cords were permanently damaged. I think there was something else going on, which is very unfortunate because for me, again, 7th grade me was, heartbroken watching him up there, having seen him 10 years earlier performing so well. And then, to get the opportunity to play with them and for him to act the way he did. And it sucks. People were passing around this, video of him playing about a girl. I mean, I honestly felt bad, because a lot of my friends or a lot of people that I saw online were making fun of him for it, and I get that, but it's maybe we should just be a little bit more compassionate about, what's really going on here and be more concerned about his own health than just saying, oh my God, it fucking sucks. I honestly hope that he does get healthy because there's no reason why they can't get together with other post-grunge bands, do a little mini tour, make 90s babies like me kind of relive our childhood a little bit. And that's what I was hoping for the night that we opened for them. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. So that's all I got today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.